We're here at Shannonville Motorsport Park today for the official dedication and unveiling, grand opening of the new Nelson Event Center with John Bondar. John, just give us a little background on this building and how it came to be.
So this building was built, I think, sometime in the 90s, and it was the former home of the Bernard David Racing School, and it was also the former home of the Bridgestone Racing School. So it had sat largely vacant for quite a long time, and when we acquired the property in the fall of 19, this was one of the first things on our project list. We've been in the motorsports world a very long time, and we've visited very many tracks around the world, so we knew that this building lended itself to be an event center. And knowing that just in the area out here, there's not a lot of event space of any kind of size. And so we thought let's dive in, let's create this facility, let's start chasing after the motorcycle and automotive manufacturers to get them to bring some of their events here and go from there.
But you're also not even wasting time. Like today, you literally cut the ribbon, move some chairs around, and there's a meeting going to happen in there.
Yes. So the irony is, a week ago we had a banquet for the our motorcycle super series, and it was a huge hit. Today the Chamber of Commerce has got some meetings going on, workshops going on in the afternoon, and then we have a mixer in the evening. And then we've already booked a couple weddings for next year.
Okay.
So we're sitting around.
And how big is it? What's the size of the building?
So it's 4,000 square feet and has a capacity of 150.
Okay.
So we completely gutted the building. We had an interior designer or architect rather, come up with some plans, tweaked it a little bit. We knew some of the things we wanted in it, but largely it is a large, just open space. But we wanted to have a lounge area, so hence we have the gas fireplace, and then there's a prep kitchen here for the caterers, and then of course washrooms.
Okay.
Very simple, but it's effective.
One neat thing today, because racing people, we know what this whole venue means to racing people, motorcycles and cars, but it was clear what this building means and the facility in general means to this community.
Yeah, absolutely. It's for a very long time. I didn't know that we'd have so many people from the township or the county here. Gratefully, they've really just reminded us of how important this place is to the community. We're one of the biggest employers in the area. We attract a lot of business here, and I think with the event center, we're going to do even more. So this is a win-win for everybody.
Okay, and you're a Toronto person.
Yes.
Previously, and like you said, you came here in 2019?
We bought it in 19, and we were here 2 years prior.
Okay.
So we were working on the purchase, and we were hopeful that it would come to fruition. So we just went ahead and moved here.
Okay.
And then.
But even with the pandemic in the middle of that, it's amazing to see how entrenched you've already become here.
Yeah, it's great to see. I think we're just marketing. You know, we're out there, we're talking to the community, we're very active online, and people are responding.
Okay, and then that's just one part of it. For the racing part and the track itself and the other infrastructure, you've been quite busy as well.
Yes. So from day one, we tackled some of the track improvements, some of the repairs that needed to be done. We've also just been cognizant of improving safety when we can, and so that's all under. We've done a bunch of things already, but we'll come back here in another month when it's and you'll see some paving going on. So having done with paving, it just takes us further to have a place to be.
And then I've seen you in a little while, so in the time since you've become a member of the Canadian Motorsport Hall of Fame, congratulations on that.
Yeah, thanks very much. Quite an honor. When you look back, you don't realize how many years it had been. It's over 40 years that I've been involved, and I've had a tremendous amount of success along the way. But I have to, I gotta thank all the people that have been involved over the years, because when I was running Ontario Region, I had a fantastic board, and when I presented a strategic plan to them about moving things forward, drivers. They're running at the top levels in motorsport around the world. So we're very proud of that. Here we've now taken on the motorcycle series, and that's coming along just beautifully. And our drag racing program has been revitalized along with our drifting program. So Hall of Fame stuff was wonderful, and the stuff we're doing is just normal for me.
Okay, and then just jump back a little bit. The name on the building, and obviously you were kind of laughing a little bit at the presentation, how many Nelsons and family members were here. Just talk about the history of this track with him.
Sure. Everybody knows John Nelson is key to the facility. It doesn't exist without him. You know, just driving by and seeing an old decrepit for sale sign, he stopped and wrote down the phone number and started making the calls, and eventually put the deal together to acquire the property and then build the track. And without John, we have nothing. So I've got to know his family very well. There's some really strange ironies there, and I'll share one with you. When we moved to Belleville, we were buying ourselves a new small home, and the sales rep said, "Hey, I want to introduce you to our manager. He's a motorsports guy." I said, "Okay." And then in walked Steve Nelson, John's son. And at that time, we hadn't closed the deal on the track, so we figured that was just good karma. We knew that eventually the deal would close, and we would get this project going. So, Nelson family, you know, I've got to know Steve very well. Great people. Everyone holds them in high regard. So, when we talked about renovating this building an event center, my partner Steve and I, there was just no question there was going to be a Nelson Event Center.
Yeah, it's amazing that so many of them showed up, and you said there were a couple of damn buys.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's just great.
Anyway, congratulations. Thanks for having us here, and just nice to see what you're doing here. Okay, thanks, John.